How we doing, Ravens fans? Thank you very much for joining us here on the Ravery Sports Podcast. Looking into the bright light here. Thank you for joining us here. Obviously, we're all in a little better mood today with the Ravens winning today in Baltimore downtown. So they've had three straight road games the whole this month. They spent in downtown Baltimore winning these games, playing three games, and they finally get their first win. Ravens go to 2-5 with the win over the Bears, 30-16 as well. Fascinating week, like to say the least, in Ravens land. So we're definitely going to unpack some of that. But we're going to absolutely go to the game first and do that as well. Tonight on this channel, we're going to go ahead and go over raverysports.company.site is our flagship as well. So definitely check that out, raverysports.company.site. Definitely go on our website there. If you are looking for Ravens and Orioles jerseys and hats and everything as well, absolutely go ahead and do that on the website and get that information there. We'll be more than happy to go ahead and get that for you as well. Genesis Notary Services in Winchester, Virginia. If you know, you know. So definitely, we're more than happy to go ahead and get that taken care of for you. Genesis Notary Services as well. Tonight, again, Maryland basketball preview is going to come on at 8 o'clock tonight as well. Terp season starts next week in Baltimore against the Coppin State Eagles, the two teams near and dear to my heart as well. The two local teams, the Maryland Terps and the Coppin State Eagles as well. See Charles Harris, we are LegalShield.com. So absolutely check that out as well. See Charles Harris, we are LegalShield.com. As well. And also to if you are looking for some information to as well, we're going to be going over MLB and all of our information on the website. MLB, I'm sorry. So we're going over Fanatics links. I'm sorry, that's what I'm going to say. Fanatics links is going to be all on our webpage. And definitely we're going to have a Fanatics link up today as well. All right. So Ravens actually get the win. Sometimes it's hyperbolic to say, well, they saved their season, and this was season 6. A loss today, you forget the rest of the season. You can't be 1-6, even with the way Cincinnati and the Steelers and all that other stuff. John Madden said a long time ago, you could talk about all that stuff all you want, but eventually you need to start winning some games. And so they actually won today, 30-16. The obvious thing I first in the room, the Tyler Huntley decision was the right one. The Tyler Huntley decision was the right one. Not playing Cooper Rush and going Huntley and being decisive about it and going ahead and getting that squared away. That decision was correct. He's not the passer that Lamar Jackson is, but it comforted everyone. He ran a similar offense to the one Jackson, and I don't think we're going to see Cooper Rush obviously on the field. I have no idea if he's going to play this week, if Lamar's going to play. I wouldn't think so, being it's a short week. So you may get another week of Tyler Huntley. But he's very familiar with his team. This is his third time on the team. They know him. He obviously has a familiarity with Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, a lot of these guys. He's familiar with them. They're comfortable with him, and it showed. And his passing was good today. I think they kind of developed an offense. Okay, let's get the ball out quick and throw it when you are throwing. You know he's going to give you some yards on the ground. It worked. I definitely think that was good today from Tyler Huntley as well. We'll get to why here. We'll talk about the Lamar situation as well. Ravens have shown improvement on defense the past two games. Outside of the opening drive, Chicago's offense struggled to find any rhythm. Mike Green showed up today. Looked impressive. He recorded his first sack. Kyle Hamilton continues to excel near the line of scrimmage. And Roquan Smith delivered one of his strongest performances of the year. Let's talk about the last thing first. Roquan, that looked like Roquan Smith, much closer to it than what we saw earlier in the year. That certainly was. So certainly, to me, it helped answer the question, was something wrong or was there an injury? He looked healthier. He had 12 tackles, I think it was, in this game. He definitely looked on defense. You didn't see a lot of these mistakes on defense with Roquan in the game as well. So it certainly looked a lot better at the very least. So that was good. So I thought that was good. I thought that was really, really good stuff from him to go ahead and get that. I thought that was really good as well. Ravens defense continued to show improvement against a rough outing versus the Texans. Defense performed much better. A loss of, I'm sorry, wrong. Okay, I'm sorry. That's not the third. Ravens offense line looked better with Pat Ricard back in the lineup. So they were also helped by the quick decision making and to get the offense going. Yeah. So the offensive line looked much better than expected today. Pat Ricard in there, and it showed. The offensive line actually looked, I thought, the best it had all season. Now, some of it was aided with, hey, we're not going to hold the ball. We're going to get it out quick, boom, short stuff, really quick out of Huntley's hands. They were really going to do that as well. So definitely that helped. Having Ricard in there helped. Now you saw it right away. You could put Ricard on the side of Falele. So when you have those issues, the Falele issues, you can use him to go ahead and get that squared away. Run game, I thought it was okay. I thought it was good. I thought one thing for sure, definitely with Lamar out the game, they're running the football. So they finally got more carries for Keaton Mitchell today. The difference between Cooper Rush and Tyler Huntley is you're going to get running production. He was 8 for 53, 21-71. Derrick Henry, 2 touchdowns on the ground as well. I thought it was good. I thought it was that's the worst it should look like, especially commitment to the ground game, running the football, etc. Decent effort today by the Ravens run game. You could expect to see better, but they needed to have at least that much. More is expected, I think, but it was better. So 30-16 win. Ravens keep the playoff hopes alive, flickering playoff hopes alive with a balanced offense, timely defense, and they showed resilience needed to save the season. You look, sometimes people say that in a hyperbolic. A loss today, the season would have ended effectively. 1-6, it would have been too big of a mountain to climb. So that was outstanding. However, you got it done, getting it done with a win at home in this football game. So that was huge. That was fantastic stuff. I thought it was by the Ravens as well. Elephant in the room, obviously, the Lamar Jackson injury this week. I'm a little late because I had daughter's birthday party, which I have to get back to here in a second. So there's that. There's also I wanted to see the presser. I usually like when I come right on right when the game is on. I kind of wanted to see what Harbaugh would say in the presser. He said, and I'm quoting this, it was just an honest mistake about the reporting of Lamar, that he ran the scout team, so they said he did a full practice when it was limited. That said, I don't know, and I didn't check. I checked the practice reports every day, right? Every day the Ravens have practice, I check the reports. They're going to have one this week, obviously, early because they got a Thursday game. So I checked the reports. I never saw where it said it was limited in practice. It said he had a full practice. No, apparently that doesn't mean I didn't check it until later that evening, until I posted it on. So I never saw that. So I can't report that. It's been reported a lot of places that it said he was a full participant in practice. By the time I saw it, it was limited. So, I mean, I will say this. He said he was listed as a full participant, even though he listed as a scout team. That's verbatim. That's what John Harbaugh said, not verbatim, but paraphrasing. He said, he's like, we were not trying to hide that fact. Okay. Now, I'm not sure I believe. Let's just say that's true. let's just say that's true, that it was just an error on the PR's part and all that stuff. As hard I'm having a hard time believing. A lot of fans are having a hard time believing it because of his attitude with this before. We saw this in 2017 when Lamar was hurt. He kind of didn't want to talk. Well, I don't want to talk. There's no update. He was going to go into the playoff game and not tell anybody that Lamar was hurt in the playoff game, and Lamar had to put out a statement saying that. So you haven't learned anything from that. So let's pretend it is a mistake, and I'm not sure it was. And I honestly don't know this. I don't think it was. I do think the intent was to not have. I heard Nitro talk about him, the one that can talk about the attendance and all. Personally, what I think it was is he didn't want the Bears to prepare for him. He didn't want that, and so he just went full participant, thinking what they were going to think, and they thought that Lamar was going to play. They said it during the broadcast. That's what he wanted. I do think that's what he wanted. I don't believe for a second they're way too meticulous on everything they do to kind of just say, well, that's what he wanted. He frequently does this. So like now he says it was a mistake. Okay, I don't know how to take that. I'm kind of having a hard time because of the coach's history believing that was just all it was. I didn't know I needed to do that. And it could have been. I don't know. I mean, well, I guess we'll never know. I'm sure he's going to keep saying that for sure because he doesn't want to, because you could lose a draft pick over stuff like that. And attendance, gambling, all this other stuff. We just had an incident, obviously, in the NBA with gambling and all that. That's why they have you do that. They don't want games messed up. But I interesting to see how this goes and what the punishment is going to be. There is going to be punishment, I'm sure, for the Ravens because of that. I think that's why they changed it as well. But I kind of can't buy that. I kind of am having a hard time. Maybe you in the chat, somebody out there will tell me like this. I'm having a hard time believing that he believed that that was going on. But we'll see as well. All right. Thank you guys for joining us here at Bravery Sports Podcast. Definitely check us out tonight. Maryland basketball preview. We'll switch gears and talk Maryland basketball starting next week as well. First game against Coppin State. UMBC, they got a trial this week. We'll definitely go over that and all the action in the Big Ten. You guys have a great rest of your day.